I always keep my options open.
Поездно. Lotion, Imperium, thank you. Up there. Junior. I only know it was adult. Nerve toxin. All sensation weather. Functions expected. No more than. Help the rebels. The state. Otherwise. No, I could not. Not after everything I've seen in this palace. People being shipped and tortured. Not being driven mad for a long time. I've thought only state. When I was contract, people on the outside and bank of xenos is under threat. Only the mercy and the light of God Imperial can save. Okay, it's time. Always time is key question, obvious question. One. Oh, whatever is going to be good. In the name of the God of your worship, have mercy on the humble workers, the xenos, save them. Benzamaya, the untouchable governor and leader of nobility, is creating something monstrous behind closed doors. He uses the Imperial's interest mostly, then what's to be scored by her actions here, poisoning our planet. You know that the settlements that fail to pay their due tithes on time have been allowed to pay with people instead. They even deliver them to order, sometimes all folks children. In this people, and then being delivered to the state and never seen back from again. They go into secret rooms and they won't come out again. Your worship ever. Peasants who were taken to Iraq 5 house were never seen or heard from again either. They become loyal servants and toil for the good of a great dynasty, but they return to the Gully Alps. I'm not sure it lasts long enough to say. But secret rooms, hidden chambers beneath the palace have never been inside, thankfully. The ones who are allowed the ones the government change them, release them, defiles them. Accuse the disappointed government of heresy. If your words of themselves are tantamount to heresy, but if what is true, it is true, then your sacrifice will be your credit. I'm not lying. Pray for me, Holy Sister, for me and for Janus. Lordship, if you permit a dying man, do not tell anyone.
Let us not dawdle.
Something happened.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
fellowship. Next mechanism is like come with the view. Generous. Third, adept trusted with the management of Aptus administrator in order to catalog economic data, analyze information about the plan during the process of subject between the Imperium. Rested the diligence and the diligence of IQ turns anarchy into order and destroys classification. How many cells there on the planet? Convenient data stock my Koji there. All infrastructure used for harvesting and processing their own technologies. The number comes to 253. Actually, the letter is 211 minutes. Okay, from this on, can you do anything about this? I'm waiting for termination. Yes. Cribbing kiwi, a typical plant of the Western Hemisphere. I've studied the possibility of industrial cultivation, but the process was found due to requirements of the cell, which is quite common. The archipelago was xenos. Initializing report: the planet's soils are unique compositions, the re-engineering of the planet, and the mass production of significant cultivation of the Eastern Hemisphere with the aim of improving production processes and logistic operations. Process of xeno activity not pose an immediate threat to ongoing operations, undesirable pathologies of flow. Pathology. Genetic and chemical pathologies then become aggressive while plants use chemical composition to become poisonous, happening more and more often. If no action is taken, the cause may be artificial. As the possibility being considered, someone is manipulating the ecosystem to reduce our living space, and that of the Archetype. Comrades from the Marcos biologists are humble workers to come up with attachment and nature. The mind must be open to all forms of knowledge. We ought to you to commensurate back. In the event that you on account of the indolence of their minds is confirmed, I will petition for the appropriate penalty. Interest. It is often what's anonymous like that live. How is the government dealing with undesirable pathologies? I have analyzed the genome of the affected species and am currently developing suppressor genes to make the planet's organisms resistant to pathology, but so far I have not been able to solve the problem. Further exploration of the planet will perhaps speed up these processes, but the administrative apparatus has posed a barren expedition not directly aimed at production. This was an activity. According to data obtained during the initial survey, human structures of non-human origin were not in different planet, but I did not have the administrative capacity to study them in more detail, for no one must to cost knowledge. Yes. Let him speak to your fellows. Can you secure that planets assess the progress of the successes of the
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Keep your wits about you.
Worship with an honor in person. Allow me to introduce myself. In perfectus of you, Greek will die. I will preserve the record. Yeah. By the grace of the God Emperor, I oversee the administrative apparatus of the planet and secretary. I'm also responsible for logistics related to supplying the planets with balances and the timely payment of the Oh, you worship. Use are only in order to pour foodstuffs and other export and simply waiting the arrival of power in the currency of 2009. And could not provide even one trench more than will be indeed the collector should come to Janus. I must confess that as yet I have not had the feeling sacred type on as the Imperial ship to come here did so under my predecessor. Come to think of it, have been several decades ago. I hope the logistician responsible for time and food couple of percent lose their heads. Pensando in person after work company for but grateful time in all my years of service and mission is novel Amazon. Very welcome. That is it. Thank you. Yes. This happening on the planet. And as your rebellions have caused us many problems in recent times. There is interfering, sabotaging the surface. Renewables being killed, most of that means until past the complete all the internet. Go through what's happening is going time to break up. Absence will require some was the most important thing. Indeed it is was logistic directed for food. Shipments without the signature of the most respected and deceased head of House Zagaris. Shipments to settlements in 24 have been stopped. The heirs are still dealing with the transfer of holdings, and incoming reports tell us that a quarter of the workings in the affected settlements have already died of starvation, while most of those remaining have left the perimeter and have not yet come to their designated places. If things continue this vein, I cannot even imagine where will lead to. There are words that arrive by generate for generations. Your Lordship, strange planet, nameless star, so close to Rome, beautiful distant inhabitants were supposedly under the power of rock trade, go into details. Where, how they live, and how. Of course. I'll be glad to furnish you with information I have. Once 50 organized at the irrigation could summer 3 to 5 transport use of Oh, that's very much directing the rebels. The rebels are trained. What's more, the government are trying to cluster climate. Units are registered. They have completed military to combat the for security services and also work deeply. Disgraceful. Have to close penetrate. Leader. And next. Hallmark. Do you have to say? To be honest, I find it most course never again. We will pursue that pursuit. At least particularly would be interesting. But I don't get it. Judging by the scale percent to football substance also another quick impacts very double. Let's go. Looking because one moment. Here it is. I believe the finished piece is intended to the gun, but under current the tower will be sent for time soon. Privately PA can progress. Not true. Ready? I mean, yes. Of course I'm not. Visually. Go.
I always have a backup plan. Rise to the top.
This ocular
Don't get
implant
left in
was
the
a
dust.
worthwhile investment.
I always get the job done. I always keep my options open.